Namaste. Welcome back to Fly Yoga today. Happy Monday. How are you today? Woo! We've had a wet and rainy weekend here in San Mateo, Rio Hondo. Lots of precipitation, lots of rain. So my place is super chilly, but that's okay. I'm gonna get my heater in yet. I know it's gonna happen. I have faith. I have faith in my process that everything's gonna work itself out. Super excited. Yeah, super excited. So, how are you doing today? How are things? I hope everything is well. I want you guys to see my nose. I want you to see how much better it's doing. I've I wrote a poem to my nose. And so I don't even need this, but let's get it anyways. Yeah, because I've been doing my best trying to heal this sucker for a long time. I've used so many home remedies, but nothing so far has panned out. But at this point, it feels like I'm absolutely doing very well and things are going in the right direction. So I'm super excited for that. Oh, feels so good. It's so chilly here. I'm gonna bring my sleeping bag down just for while we're chatting before we get moving. Yeah. Ooh, 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 ooh. And everything's damp. That's the hard part, right? About this place is because it's pavement. And so I just sorry about this. Still working on my nose, as he said, so it's always a process. There we go. So yeah, so everything just gets damp because it's a concrete home. And because the sun hits us last, the trees are giant behind me, and we're at the top of the mountain. So we don't get the sun for another few hours over here, and then it'll start to slowly warm up as long as the sun stays out and the clouds don't roll in and it doesn't start raining again. So, but we're gonna get that stove installed. I know, and I have a good feeling about it. That's why I keep doing this to share my gifts and my wisdom and to help people to live happier, healthier, more harmonious lives. Buen dia, namaste. Welcome to Fly Yoga. So, fly, first love yourself. Yoga, own godly awareness. This is a place that we come to take care of ourselves with our mind, body, spirit. That's what yoga is. It, yoga is life. For me, it's a philosophy. Buen dia, Daniel. Buen dia. And so I practice pranayama, asana, and meditation on a daily basis. And I'm 55 years old. So I've been practicing for 17 years. And that's why I like to share my practice, because I want people to live healthier, happier, more harmonious lives. I was not always a healthy, happy guy. Well, I've always been pretty happy, but in my 30s, I was not healthy. I was a mess. I was a disaster. But it was because I didn't take care of myself. I didn't have these practices of pranayama and asana and meditation, and I didn't eat good either. So I didn't know myself. So what the neat thing about life is it humbles us as we get older. And now that I'm 55, I really listen to my body because my body gives me warning signs. When something's about to go wrong or things aren't working well, it gives me hints. It's like, okay, here's a little pain. Here's a little pain. And I can either listen to that and deal with that pain immediately, or I can let it grow and let it grow and let it grow until it becomes something that I don't want to have to deal with anymore. So for me, I try to do yoga instead, which is a preventative way to live life, preventative maintenance. Then you don't have to deal with these issues as we get older. If you're constantly maintaining your body, buen dia, thank you, and your mind, then your life will just you live such a more fulfilling life, because life's supposed to be fun, it's supposed to be enjoyable, and it's supposed to be lived in a healthy body. And that's why we have these yoga practices. Pranayama, it oxygenates the body, it oxygenates your cells, and it inspires you. It inspires you to go out and do fun things in the world. Asana is a great practice, and it opens up the body, it opens up all of your joints, and it opens up, it just is so freeing. And then it allows you to sit for meditation. And when we meditate, then we get in all the information that we came here to gather. That's what we're here. We're on an information gathering mission. And it's to help our body live healthier, happier, and more harmoniously through life. Because life, it's as we age, it gets more complicated. Life throws you a lot of curveballs, which life is so fun for, because there's no guarantees. There's never any guarantees. All you can do is pray for the best and hope everything works out. Okay, so as always, when we're doing any spiritual practices, we like to cleanse the space. And so I like to burn some Palo Santo. And this lighter, oh, we got it. Yay. Is a challenge, but it worked. So that's nice. Yeah, it's so good to cleanse your space. I like to use Palo Santo or white sage. You can even use garlic. You really want to cleanse your space. No negative energy around anybody doing yoga, watching my videos. No negative energy around anybody on the planet. Only positive, loving energy for everybody. And all in my space, only positive, loving energy. That's what we practice here on Fly Yoga, is loving kindness. Loving kindness. If it isn't loving and kind to yourself, to your community, to your family, to your friends, to the world, don't do it. Don't do it. Just always listen to your heart and tune into that question. Is this loving and is it kind? If it is, yes, share it. Share it. And the more loving and kind you are to yourself, the more you want to share with the world, because you feel so good and you want to give away what you have. You feel this joy and this health and this happiness, and you just want to give it to people. And it's all you can do is inspire them to find it for themselves. You can't give it away, but you can show up every day and be your best self and cheer people on, and for people to do what it is that they came here to do. We've all come here to learn about ourselves and to learn about unconditional love. And when we unconditionally love ourselves, we unconditionally love the world. And when you unconditionally love the world, you are taking the entire consciousness and elevating it so that we can move into the fifth dimension, which we're almost there. It's already happened. It's just a matter of time. We're letting go of the third, which is, so grateful for that. So I wanted to read you guys this poem that I wrote for my nose. I highly recommend this if you're having any issues in your body, because it's always about love. It's always about love. If you're not loving something enough, that you're going to have issues that will show up. So my issues have been in my nose, so I wrote my nose a poem. I love you, my nose. I love you, my nose. Without you, I don't know a rose. I love you, my nose. You're the one I chose. I love you, my nose. You even match my clothes. I love you, my nose. We are best bros. I love you, my nose. Some might even say it glows. Namaste. Double check. We had power outage yesterday. We had power outage here for 36 hours. So we got everything charged, but we were at zero. I love it here when we go down, when there's no power. It happens quite often where I live in the mountains. And after a thunderstorm or a lightning storm, quite often we don't have power, or it'll go out during the storm. And so we didn't have any for about the last 2 days. So it was a beautiful thing. I got some time to be free from the internet, which I'm doing now as a regular practice, sacred Sundays. No more internet, no more Wi-Fi, no more telephone. I'm not taking photos. I'm just nature all day Sundays. For me, it was super empowering. I really enjoyed just having a day to really get everything cleaned up. Buen dia, Benji. Buen dia. Yeah, I did a lot of laundry and a lot of digging of trenches, because this is our rainy season, and so I had to get my trenches dug back in so that the water has a nice flow, so it can get out, and some weeding, of course, and some planting and some transplanting. So the garden's all ready for this next season, and I had to move a bunch of plants too. So everything's coming together. Slowly, surely, one day at a time. Everything is just beautiful. I'm so grateful for life, for this practice, for everything that happens. I'm so grateful for all of you that show up, that comment, that like my videos, that subscribe to my channel, that share my videos, that ask questions, that are in contact. I'd love to be of service. If you have anything that you're working on that I can help you with, I'm here. So please feel free to reach out. It would be a joy, honor, and privilege to be of service. I hope you're having an amazing day. And it's time now that we should get into some pranayama. So we're going to start with Om tuning, which is our favorite here on Fly Yoga. The Om tuning fork, attuned to 528 hertz, the sound of Om. So we're going to inhale through our nose. We're going to fill up the whole body cavity, the stomach and the chest and the head. And then we're going to exhale to Om. So we're going to do 3 rounds of this. Inhaling through your nose. Fill up that body. Feels so good to get attuned. Round 2, inhaling through the nose. Okay, last round. Really fill yourself up with air for a nice big Om. Inhaling through the nose. Okay, now just return to normal breathing. Feels so good to get attuned. I highly recommend having a tuning fork. If you do not, I highly recommend frequency 528 hertz, or the frequency of 540 or 432 hertz. Super good for healing, and that's what we're here for. We're here to heal ourselves, to heal humanity, to heal us from this fear-based consciousness and move us back into the love-based consciousness. And that's why we practice yoga, because yoga is a philosophy. It's not just about what you're doing here on the mat. It's about taking what we've done on the mat out into the world, taking this new level of consciousness, this new level of awareness, this new level of receptivity, and bringing that to the collective, because the collective needs our love. That's what they need. They need our love. So that's why we do these things. That's why we practice and we practice and we practice and we practice. See, right now I'm only on practice 39 here, but watch, in a few months it's going to go crazy when I keep doing this and keep doing this and keep doing this. But that's what it is. It's about coming back repeatedly, 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 repeatedly. Even the YouTube algorithms are going to start liking me. And we'll see what happens. It depends what their agenda is, what they're promoting. I don't do well when it's around vaccinations, that's for sure. They usually unplug those videos. Yeah, I've had a lot of stuff erased. It's like, wow, I didn't realize I was that important, but that's life. That's when another thing that I'd like to incorporate too. And for those of you, I don't know if you've ever tried it, but I highly recommend. I'm going to throw it out there. I'm going to do, maybe I'll convert one of my classes a week to laughter yoga. It's so good for us. Oh, it's so good for us, and it's yeah, it's just the funnest thing in the world, because you just go and you giggle your head off for like half an hour or an hour, and then you just feel so light, and your body goes through such a healing transformation when you have this giggling going on in you, because the vibrations of the laughter, it's just so healing in every space of your body. So it's so nice when we can give ourselves this opportunity. So if that interests you, put down in the comments, yeah, that laughter yoga might be something that you'd consider doing, because I'm going to throw that out there too. I really super enjoy doing it. I super enjoy facilitating or instructing it as well. It's easier though when you have everybody's voice in the same room, because then you can feed off of each other's laughter. So it'd have to be a Zoom call or something to that effect, because I don't think we have that option here to bring everybody on YouTube. But who knows? Maybe that will change too by the time that this all transpires. So yes, let me know if laughter yoga interests you, because for me, it's I highly recommend it. It's such a healing modality, and it's so fun. You just feel so good. You look forward to it. It's just yeah. We'll have to do that. We're gonna incorporate that. But like I said, it's a lot easier. Like if you just listen to me laugh the whole time, it's good. But at the same time, it's more fun when we can feed off of each other. It raises the vibration, and that's what this whole thing is about. Is about raising your vibration, raising your frequency, full powering your energy. Because we all have the ability to do this. We all do. We are divine spiritual beings having a human experience. That's it. That's right. So that all being said, let's do some pranayama. Yeah, since I just clapped, let's do we haven't done tumo for a while. Let's do some tumo breathing. I really enjoy tumo because it gets the body warmed up, and this is a good time for that. So I want you to bring your hands in front of you in heart center, or in front of your shoulders at heart center. And then you're going to exhale and you're going to clap. Then we're going to inhale, and you're going to open the chest cavity and breathing in through the nose and fill up your body. And then we're going to exhale through the mouth, and you're going to clap. And then we're going to inhale. Then we're going to exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, you got it? Okay, we're going to do 3 rounds of 10. Now let's do 10, 15, and 20, because this one's pretty fast. Here we go, and we're going to start with 2 more breathing. And at the end, I'm going to get you to hold your breath. The first time will be 30 seconds. The second time will be 45, and the last time will be 1 minute. and we're going to squeeze the perineum. That's the skin between your sexual organ and your anus, and you're going to squeeze that up and you're going to hold that. All right. So again, 2 more breathing, putting your hands in front of your chest, shoulder width apart, and we're going to exhale, inhale, 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 exhale, inhale. Last round. Really breathe in, and I want you to hold the breath and squeeze the perineum for 30 seconds. And release. I love doing pranayama. It's just so good for the body. So good for the body to get that oxygen flowing. And it takes us from a reactionary state of consciousness, which is the fight or flight, to a more calm, relaxed state of consciousness where we've activated the parasympathetic nervous system and we can think more clearly. When you're more relaxed, you make better decisions and you make healthier choices. So that's why we perform pranayama, to relax ourselves. Round 2, 2 more breathing. And then at the end, we're going to do another bond lock, squeeze that perineum and hold the breath for 45 seconds. Okay. And bringing your hands up at heart center, shoulder width apart, and exhale. Inhale. 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 Exhale. Exhale, inhale, 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 exhale. Last round. Inhale. Fill up that breath. Hold that breath. Perform the bond lock. Squeeze the perineum for 45 seconds. And exhale. Yeah. You feel this, your cells just getting alivening. They're like, woohoo, woohoo, something's going on in the body. Let's have some fun. Let's have a good time. My floor here is so chilly. I'm trying to stay on my pillow and off the mat. I got a blanket on my mat, and it's still, yes, but that's part of the fun. Life is always throwing you curveballs, and it's about adjusting. You got to sit back and just wait, and then knock that out of the park. Always knock it out of the park. All right, last round of 2 more breathing. Bring your hands at heart center, shoulder width apart. And we're going to start with the exhale and the clap. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, exhale, inhale, 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 exhale. Last round, inhale, squeeze that perineum and hold your breath. And exhale. Just return to normal breathing. Feels so good. So good to oxygenate the body. So good to oxygenate the body. I highly recommend your pranayama practice because you can do it anywhere. It doesn't cost nothing. You don't need any specific tools to do it. All right, let's roll up. There we go. And our sweatpants. Then I'll be able to move a little bit more in here. Otherwise, I got no movement in my groin area. I got the socks on today because it's chilly. But yes, I am barefoot, Brent. And I still get out there and get out barefoot, regardless of if it's. I just try to pick the sunny spots and when they're available. And if they're not, that's it's okay too. There's always a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. Where there's a wacko, there's a few ways. Where there's a wing nut, the possibilities are endless. That's how I look at it. All right, so we're gonna start today our asana practice by doing a little bit of work on our ankles. So I want you to just pop up on your sit bones and bring your feet up in front of you. Wrap your arms underneath your knees. And then we're going to do slow, big twists to the right side. Slow, big twists. Real nice and slow, big circles. Big circles. Yeah. And smiling. Asana practice is always about smiling and breathing. Smiling and breathing and doing your best in the poses. If you can't do them, that's okay. You'll get there. That's it. It's just a practice. Coming back to it. Just keep coming back to it. All right. And stop in the middle. Now we'll do the same thing, but we'll go back to the left. Nice, slow, big circles. Nice, slow, big circles. Yeah. So I kind of gave you guys my life story during the practices too. So because I didn't have a happy, healthy life when I was younger. Well, I didn't know what happy was, but I didn't realize that happy and healthy are synonymous. Okay, stop in the middle. There you go. Now I want you to grab your big toe with your index and your middle finger. And just stretch those legs up in the air. Stretch them up in front of you. Feel that nice stretch in the shoulders, the back of the calves, the back of the thighs. Yeah, I was a full-blown alcoholic and cocaine abuser. And yeah, I was not a happy man, but I didn't know what happy was because I didn't know that healthy and happy are synonymous. You can't really have happiness without your health. It's not possible. When you're healthy, life is simple. Everything is good. Okay, slowly spread your legs. There you go. Because health is what it's all about. When you're maintaining your health, the rest of your life you can figure out. But without your health, everything is so much more challenging. and health is number one, most important. All right, now bring those feet in. And we're going to do a little bicycle action. So we're going to do a little bit of clockwise Slow, big circles. Just giving those hips a nice stretch, thighs, and the knees. There you go. All right. And then we're going to stop. We're going to reverse and go backwards, counterclockwise. There we go. As you guys know, that are regulars here on my show, that I love to work on the ankles and the hips. There we go. And stop. Bring your feet together, the soles of your feet and your toes together. Now you want to wrap your fingers, clasp your hands, and then shimmy your butt, left, right. Get that as close as you can to your heels. Yeah, tuck those right in there, and then I'll put a little bit of extra weight on your thighs and your calves with your elbows, and just rock back and forth. Rock. There we go. Rock back and forth. Rock. There we go. Rock, rock, rock. So good. So good. Yeah. Feeling that nice massage on the buttocks and on your spine, tailbone. A nice stretch in the thighs and the calves and the pelvis. Yeah, the groin region. Yeah, I love rocking. I try to rock wherever I am. Makes me feel good. Let's rock up to my favorite position, squat position. So just pop yourself right up. Get yourself in a nice squat position. The worst thing you can do for your body is to sit. Sitting is not good for your body. If you're going to sit, this is a good way to sit in squat position because your body is activated and your body at this point is healing. Whereas when you're sitting, you put your body into all kinds of pressure that it doesn't like. Our bodies weren't made for sitting. They're made for doing stuff. They weren't made for being on computers all day like we do. All right, now so just bring your elbows between your knees and then put your hands in prayer position. Put a little bit of pressure on the thighs and just spread that groin open a little bit. Yeah, give that pelvis. Now I want you to, again, we're going to roll this time. We're going to roll to the left side. Nice, big, slow circles on the balls of your foot and on the back of your foot. Yeah, just nice, big, slow circles. Really feeling that nice stretch in the pelvis area. Yeah. Nice, big, slow circles. There we go. Big, slow circles. And then stop in the middle, and we'll go back the other direction. We'll do some counterclockwise circles. There we go. Feeling that nice stretch in the pelvis, in the groin. Feeling that nice rolling on the outside of your feet, on your toes, and on your heels. Yeah. Feeling good. There we go. And stop. All right. Now we'll just hang out here in squat position and just feel good and smile. And we'll breathe. It's such a great position, especially if you're a gardener. This is something you're going to use a lot. So I highly recommend taking care of your squat. So take the time to squat every day, at least 3 times a day. Just hang out. I do it all the time. The dogs come over and crawl all over me. I'm like, this does not mean that you're allowed to crawl all over me. But they love it. So, and I like it too. It's, as long as they're not muddy, it's fun. Because when they're muddy, I have to clean it up again. so challenging here in the rainy season to keep things clean because the adobe, the clay, gets in everything and it just gets so dirty so quickly. And then trying to dry things because I don't have a washer dryer. I wash everything by hand and I dry it by hanging it. And so you have to pick the right day with the sun in order to get everything dry. But that's the fun of living off grid, right? And it's more challenging, but it's more rewarding. And at the end of the day, you're gonna live longer and healthier and happier. All right, good squat. Let's just pop down onto our buttocks. Yeah. And now we're gonna do a little bit of work on the hips because I love doing hip work. It's my favorite of all of everything. I love doing work on the hips. So get yourself seated on your mat, and then you're gonna lay down, slowly lay down. Keep those hands up. Use your stomach muscles. And when you get right down, I want you to stretch left and stretch right, stretch your shoulders and your toes and your hips, everything. Just stretch. Okay, and relax. So let's start with some happy baby today, because this is my favorite position from when I was younger. This is where my yoga started. I think when I was in my first week. I think this was my first pose. I can't remember. I didn't ask my mom, but I think happy baby was my first pose. So you're just gonna lay on your back and you're gonna bring your knees into your chest. Bring your hands up and straighten the feet, and you're gonna wrap your hands around the bottom of your feet, and then you're just gonna rock back and forth. Rock left and rock right, and smile and breathe. And just remember being a happy baby. Oh, yes, happy babies just rock and they smile. And you're giving your internal organs here a nice massage. Yeah, just rocking back and forth. And if you feel comfortable there, you can take your hands and you can wrap them inside and then wrap your feet. Give you a little bit more of a stretch in the pelvis and in the thighs there. And yeah, and again, just rock back and forth, nice and gentle. Feeling those nice massage on the low back and the mid back and the upper back. Yeah, happy baby, smiling away and breathing. Yeah. Happy baby is a happy baby. It breathes and smiles. Yes, a happy baby. Yes. All right. Now, unwrap those arms, and I want you to reach your hands straight up and your legs straight up in the air. And just stretch from the shoulders and stretch from your hips. Just stretch. Now, I want you to bring your hands down beside you, and you're going to lift your hands up onto the buttocks. We're going to roll ourselves up for a shoulder stand. Roll yourself up on your shoulders, nice and slow. Keep that legs straight, toes pointed, and just feel that nice change of blood as the circulation has been reversed. Getting some more blood to the cranium. Nice to get a little extra blood in the brain. I love being inverted. It's my favorite thing in the world. I feel like a lot of good's happening just hanging out here without even having to do anything. But I also like to spread the legs as wide as we can and then twist your legs into an eagle position, nice and slow. Wrap your toes and just hold that pose. While we're sitting here, nice and inverted, just hanging out, enjoying this new blood flow, new circulation. Now we're going to unwrap the legs and go the opposite direction. Nice big circle. Yes. Wrap those up again and just hold that. Feeling that nice new blood flowing in the brain. You're like, woo, I'm feeling super genius. All right. Unwrap the legs. Get them straight up. Now we're going to do a bit of a back bend. Just allow your feet to start slowly making their way back down to the ground. Slowly, slowly. Keep your legs as straight as possible. Take your hands, put them down on the mat, and feel that. Yeah, feel that nice stretch. The back of the calves and the back of the thighs. Your toes don't make it to the ground, that's fine. They will one day. Just be patient and practice. Yeah. So good. So good. And then now just roll those thighs into your chest. Roll them nice and slow into the chest. There we go. I want you to wrap your thighs with your arms and give yourself a nice big bear hug. And again, nice and slowly just rock and roll on the back. Help working those or massaging those inner organs and massaging the lower, mid, and upper back. Yeah. That's a happy body. One that because all the stuff gets blocked up in us. And when we take the time to do our yoga practice, we break down these little blockages and allow things to flow. Yeah. All right, now you let your knees flail out. Just grab your knees with your hands and slowly put a little extra weight. Pull those thighs apart. Open up your pelvis. Now I want you to rock there. Just rock back and forth. Feel that nice massage in the low back, in the pelvis. That nice stretch in the groin. Yeah. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Yeah. So good for us. Just massage our organs and our back. They don't get enough love. They don't get enough love. All right, now I want you to bring your feet straight down in front of you while you're laying on your back, and we're going to do a little bit of spine twists. So lay straight back, bring your right knee up, put your right knee over your left leg, pick your arms, spread them as far as you can. I want you to take your right ear and put it on the mat and keep your right shoulder on the mat. And then take your left hand, put that up on your right knee. And we're going to inhale. And as we exhale, you can put a little extra pressure on your twist. Feeling that nice twist in the spine. And inhaling. And exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. Yeah. All right. Now bring that up, and we'll do it on the other side. Bring that right leg down, left leg up. Switch your head's direction. Put that left ear on the mat. Keep that left shoulder on the mat. Bring that right arm on the, put that on the left knee, and slowly just put a little pressure on there while we breathe. Inhaling and exhaling. A little extra pressure on the exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. One more. Inhaling and exhaling. So nice to open up that spine. Okay, bring your knees up. We're going to tuck into your chest. A little belly down. And just give yourself a nice bear hug. Again, rocking and rolling on your back, giving those organs a nice massage. Upper middle back. All right. We're going to do a few back bends, and then we're going to have Savasana, and then final meditation. So I want you to bring your feet to your buttocks, your heels into your butt. Grab your hands, clasp them together, put them underneath your buttocks, lift up your pelvis, roll your shoulders under, and just push with your feet. And just lift that pelvis up and breathe. And smile. And breathe. And bring it down. Bring your feet together, your heels, balls of your feet. Just let the knees flail out and just rock that back and forth. Yeah, feeling that nice release. The spine. All right, two more. There's going to be modifications for the last two. So again, we're going to clasp our hands, lift up with the pelvis, put the hands underneath there. If you feel comfortable here, you can release your hands, put your palms up underneath your butt, and just really lift that pelvis up. Really give it a nice opening. Such feels so good to stretch the pelvis. Oh, so good. So good. Yeah, our bodies are hunched over too much. They don't get to be stretched out enough. And breathing. And of course, smiling. Okay, we can let that down. Bring the feet together. Let those knees flail. There we go. I'll try full wheel. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. I'm wearing a lot of clothing. We'll see what happens. If you're not able to, that's fine. Just do the last back bend that we did. But if you are open to it, if you're willing to try, give it a try. You're going to take your hands. We're going to reverse them. We're going to put them beside your shoulders. I'm going to get all this clothing out of the way. Huh. I wonder what that is. I think it's when I stop talking for a bit, it just shuts off because I just was able to turn it back on again. All right, I have to be more aware of that. Me and my technical difficulties. That's my life. I love my little technical difficulties. Maybe we're back on. Okay, yeah, I have to be cognizant of that. So challenging, but now you can see it. You can see it's just glowing, and before it was on, um, and then, but who knows? Who knows what happens? Who knows? Anyways, here we are for meditation. So I want you to just get nice and comfy, nice cross-legged,